A group of retired football players claims that the NFL turned them into junkies. They say officials doped them just to make money, and now they're suing big. Here are the details. The players say the league illegally obtained and supplied the athletes with certain drugs and painkillers. They say doctors and trainers often never told them how bad their injuries were, but instead fed pills to them to mask the pain. In other words, skip the surgery, get back on the field. They say the teams also ignored the long-term effects of those drugs. Some of the former pros say when they retired, they were addicted to painkillers. One says he became homeless because of it. Super Bowl champion quarterback Jim McMahon is one of the players who is suing now. He says he once broke his neck, but that trainers gave him meds and told him he was fine. Did not tell him he broke his neck. He says he became an addict, and at one point he was taking more than 100 pills a month. This lawsuit comes after a landmark case accused the NFL of hiding the long-term risks of concussions. The NFL settled that one for a measly $765 million. But what did it take the blame for? Nothing. It paid the money and let the blame go. As for this new suit, the league tells us, and I quote, "We have not seen the lawsuit and our attorneys have not had an opportunity to review it." Joining us now is Jeremy Newberry. The former center played 11 seasons in the NFL. He's now part of this lawsuit. Sir, thank you.
My pleasure. How are you doing today, Shepard?
I'm good. How serious is this?
This is serious. I mean, it's a huge drug culture, and there's a lot of people out there that have been left addicted to painkillers like you alluded to, and then two, with long-term kidney function and needing kidney transplants and dialysis, and people that are just, nerve problems from injuries they kept playing on that were masked for years. I mean, there's a lot of people that are beat up and tattered now, and the league don't care.
And the allegation is, among other allegations, that the doctors for the teams did not tell players what was wrong with them, just shot them up or popped pills in their mouths and told them to get back on the field. If true, that's a crime.
Well, there's numerous things that are alleged, and all of this is not a one-team thing. This is a culture in the NFL. I mean, I've had some seasons where I was literally in a walking boot and crutches the whole season, take 4 or 5 shots before a game, a handful of painkillers, and play a whole season that way. Wasn't able to even walk into the stadium on my own, but after taking numerous injections and Toradol and Novocaine and taking Vicodin to get myself out on the field, and then I'm back on the crutches after the game.
So they told you about the Novocaine and told you about the Vicodin, and you accepted it. It's not as if they hid it from you, right?
No, I mean, a lot of the times I knew what I was taking, but it was administered by a doctor. Well, I mean, they need you on the field. We can get you back on the field. They need you on the field. The doctor would tell you, we can get you back on the field if we give you this. Well, what's the long-term effect? Oh, you'll be just fine. Now I'm sitting here with stage 3 kidney failure. I got about 35% kidney function. I'm 38 years old. I'm one step away from needing dialysis or a kidney transplant, all because of the drugs the NFL fed me years and years and years.
Jeremy, is this still going on?
It's still going on rapidly. I train young athletes, and so I got a lot of friends and a lot of people that are still in the NFL. And first, let me say, I love the game of the NFL. I love the sport. But if I didn't speak out and say something, and there's another young man with a kidney problem just like me because I kept my mouth shut and accepted the fact that that's just the way it is, then shame on me. So that's the reason I'm part of this lawsuit, first and foremost. I don't hate the game of football. I'm not bitter one bit. I think it's the greatest game in the world, but their practices need to change. They need to get more bodies
I think it's
out
great, too. I mean, every Sunday and Thursday or whenever they put it up there, I'm there. But here's the question. Players work in a corporate world. NFL is a corporate thing. It's an enormous money-making venture. And if your employer is drugging you, not telling you, and destroying your body, in the corporate world, that business might be shut down. You know what I'm saying? Should the NFL be shut down for drugging and ruining people's lives? You said you're close to kidney dialysis because of what the league or the team or the doctor did to you.
They need to change their practices for sure, and it needs to happen quickly and not something that they're going to drag out. And one of the reasons
how do they need to be punished?
They need to be punished also, but they also need to change their practices. Well, they need to take care of all these medical issues they've caused, for all these players over the years.
Are they taking care of you?
Of course not. After 5 years, your medical's done. You don't even have medical anymore. I played 11 years in the NFL. After 5 years, you're on your own to go get medical. 16 surgeries later and 2 bad kidneys. Go see what your premium is for that insurance.
And you're telling me you're not bitter?
I'm bitter in the simple fact that it needs to change for these young guys. I got a son that'll probably want to play football. I got nephews that play football, and if the NFL is the same for those young men, I've failed every one of them by not speaking out and saying something.
But they're still doing it, you said, right?
They're still doing it to this day.
So if I'm watching them on Sunday, am I part of the problem? And if not, why not?
I don't think you're part of the problem. It's a
Why
great
not?
game.
If I know that employers are drugging players to play on a field for my entertainment and I watch, therefore give those companies money, why am I not part of the problem for watching?
Well, I guess, there's different ways to look at it, and if you do look at it that way, I understand exactly what you're saying.
But see, they do that so the game is better, so the hits are bigger, so the best players are out there, so the jersey that I like, the guy who wears the jersey out, so that he's out there, I want to watch him play. And if they've drugged him up to put him out there in front of me so that I will watch that channel, am I part of the problem for NFL players when I watch on Sunday, yes or no?
Would you still watch if his backup was in there? Probably so, because it's still a great game regardless.
Who's Eli's backup?
Who's who?
Eli Manning's backup.
We haven't got a chance to see him because they keep him on that field one way or another.
Whoever that is, I don't want to see him. If Eli's not out there, I might not watch. I got options.
Gotcha.
I'm just asking you if you feel like those of us who are consumers of the product which you put on the field are part of the problem for continuing to watch when you now tell us that the league drugged you and in essence ruined your life and left you close to kidney dialysis.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay. Jeremy, good luck. I hope justice is done, whatever that turns out to be. It's nice to talk to you.
Well, I appreciate it, Shepard. You too. Have a good day.
All right. I love it. Love it. Watch it every Sunday. Every Sunday. Not just the Giants either. But are we part of the problem? These players say they are being drugged by this league. Drugged so that they can go out and perform for us. And that's why we watch, right? So are we part of the problem? We'll report, you decide.